Now we're ready to start our secondary colors. Remember, our secondary colors are the colors that you make when you mix the primaries together. And so we were going to fit them in between our primary colors or at the end. So I've got my brush. I've made sure it's clean. Now I'm going to get some yellow, and this time instead of dipping it in and pulling it out, I'm kind of using it like a spoon, so I'm scooping it, and I'm going to put a pile of yellow on my paper. Then I got to clean my brush, touch it on the sponge, make sure it's clean. It is. Now I'm ready to get a tiny bit of red, so I'm going to get a little bit of red. So you can see that red does not cover my whole brush. I got a tiny bit. Now I'm going to put it with the yellow, and I'm going to start to mix those two together to make my orange. And you can see I'm putting my orange in between yellow and red. So it goes in between yellow and red. Now I'm ready to clean my brush and touch it one time on the sponge. Oop, I see a little bit of orange still there. So I'm going to clean it again and try again. Up, now it's clean. So I'm ready to make my purple. So I'm going to mix red and blue together. It's really important with the red and blue that we get the same amount. So I'm going to get red first. Going to put it on my paper, clean my brush, touch. Oh, no red, so I'm doing good. And I'm going to try to get the same amount of blue. I didn't get a huge glob. And now I'm going to put them together, and I'm going to start to mix those two colors together. Now that I've done that, I'm ready to clean my brush. Clean on the sponge, so I'm ready to make my last color, which is green. You can see yellow and blue are on the ends. So I have to decide, am I going to put green on this end or green on this end? I don't have a lot of room over here by yellow, so I'm going to put it over here by blue. So first I start with yellow. Scoop out. Clean my brush. Check it on the sponge. It's clean, so I'm ready to get a little bit of blue. Just a little. If you get too much blue, it's not going to turn green. It's going to be a really, really dark green, something called blue-green. We don't want that. We want just regular old green. You can tell if it's green. Now, I'm going to clean my brush. Brush is all clean. I'm going to put it on the tray, and our paper is going to go on your drying rack. Now that we've gotten our primary colors and our secondary colors painted on our paper, we've got black. Black is actually made when we mix all of the colors together in a certain amount. It will mix up and make black. We're going to use the black to add tails and ears to our colorful mice. That is what we are turning it into. Just like in our book, Mouse Paint, we are going to make these into mice. So you're going to have a small, itty bitty little brush, and this brush is what you're going to use to make the tails on your mice. When you run out of paint, you gently dip it in. And you have to be really careful. You do not want to press down hard with your brush. You want to use the tip of the brush. So I've got all the tails for my mice done. And now I'm going to do the ears for my mice. So I'm going to have one ear there and one ear there. We can make the ears close together, and we can make the ears far apart because each mouse can be a little bit different. But we know that all of the ears are going to look like circles. So I'm going to work on painting each of my mouse's ears. Now, something you might be thinking is, Miss Lopez, what about the mouse's face? Well, we're not going to do the mouse's face because this is like the mice are looking the other way. So they're pointing and facing the other direction. Why would they be doing that? Well, I don't know if you remember from the story, but the mice have to always keep their eyes open for what? What was it? Oh yes, it was the cat. So that's why we have the mice looking for the cat. Now that we've finished that and we have all our mice on the paper, we are ready to put it on the drying rack. Brush needs to be cleaned, so clean it in the water, touch it on the sponge, make sure it is clean, and you're going to put your brush on the tray. The paint, it's going to go on the tray as well, and we're going to leave it there. So this picture is going to go onto the drying rack.